I give my head to greater thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my club, my community, and my country, and my world.
That may have been the last time the 4-H pledge was recited on the Kettunen Center grounds, just prior to the facility closing its doors for good July 1st. The 4-H Foundation Board of Trustees made the decision to shutter and sell the facility in May after nearly 60 years in operation.
For some of us, we've been involved in the progression of the decision making, but for a lot of these folks, it was the first they heard, and it was a shock. So it's been kind of emotional that way for a lot of our groups, because we were part of their lives.
The spread of COVID-19 in Michigan played a role in the board's decision, as the foundation projected a loss of over $1 million due to canceled camps and events. But still, it was a decision that did not come easily.
I would say everyone on that board had a feeling in their heart, knew the connection to Kettunen Center, understood the history, had personal relationships that were built here. It was part of their lives. And yet, looking at it realistically, practically, the financial part of it, the head decision was that we needed to do something different. So that vote, and I intentionally asked for a roll call vote, and you could tell in the tenor of those voices, because it was a Zoom call, and each of them said how difficult this decision was for them. But it was a majority vote for the board to determine to list it for sale.
The decision is especially personal for Stubby, who first came to Kettunen Center with her children in the 1980s for animal science workshops.
We would load our station wagon with 8 of us, throw the luggage on top of the old station wagon, and head up here, whether it was in fog or snow or whatever the weather, because it was always so unpredictable at the end of February, first weekend of March. And that was when our daughter and that whole group from St. Joseph County made those relationships that have lasted actually a lifetime for them.
What that lovely site allowed us to do and allowed groups to develop was the ability to bond, to develop social relationships and friendships and professional relationships and learn and grow. You put all that together, and it's the intangibles that they're missing. Some of them, and me too, can't actually vocalize what they're feeling, but you're losing, a piece of your life. And so there's a bit of a grief process that goes on with something like that.
While technology offers new opportunities to reach and teach 4-Hers, the loss of Kettunen Center as a physical meeting place for the state's youth is one Stubby mourns most.
It's not a particular skill that they learned while they were here, but it was the experience of sharing, of having that time in their life that they made a new friend, made a new connection. Those things concern me regarding 4-H, quite honestly, because for all the technology and the ability that we have to have programming that will reach youth and that will perhaps allow youth to learn a new critical skill for life, but not having necessarily that same face-to-face personal connecting with other individuals that have varied background, I think is a loss that I mourn.
Go!
In 1995, Michigan Farm Bureau and County Farm Bureaus pledged more than $165,000 to help renovate the Kettunen Center.
We've had, as I indicated, a long-standing association with 4-H through the membership, the leadership, and now the opportunity to help give back just a bit of what's been given to Michigan young people and to agriculture through this effort that we're here to recognize today.
According to Stubby, the foundation has created a committee to determine what will happen to the memorabilia and artwork that remains at the facility.